Yo, switch sides. Our fifth is coming.
Butter, other team, bro.
Yeah, but our fifth is coming. Switch sides.
We're defending first, right?
Yeah. No, wait.
Guys, stop switching. Jesus. All right, our guy is joining right now. So sorry for the wait. There he is.
Am I good to start?
If they attacking first, I mean, defend. I don't know what we're doing. Let me see what.
I'll ask on their side.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We have just a nice little scrimmage here, a friendly matchup between the newly created, defending first, Sapphire Squad versus UnSound Minds. Sapphire Squad, recently created within the past few weeks, I believe, is doing tryouts right now, trying to figure out who to add to roster, who not to add to roster, so they will be scrimmaging in a second map as well, Villa, though I will be unable to cast that one as well, sadly. So, just for one, but it'll be interesting to see how they do against a more well-established team. UnSound Minds, they've been around for a few months, I believe. I might be wrong on that. They're a pretty consistent team, not the best, not the worst, I'd say. We'll have to see how they do on a map like Clubhouse, which is very strategy-based. It's very much about getting walls and then getting a plant down, which is seemingly their strength. I know that they very much like to do a Virtuous Pro style of push, I'd say. They don't really do a whole lot of vertical unless they need to get a wall, and they will oftentimes just repeat the same push over and over again. So I just don't know how that's going to go against other teams. We'll have to see. Bans are pretty unsurprising. I mean, you have a Thatcher ban as well as a Malusi ban from the defending team. Thatcher makes sense. He's strong on most competitive maps, besides, I'd say, Coastline. Malusi, however, doesn't make as much sense, I'd say. You don't see Malusi all that much anymore. You certainly don't see her in the ban phase. I do see her every once in a while actually played. We're waiting for something to load. I swear, I didn't pause it. I don't know why why am I on South Central? I'm nowhere near South Central. I'm literally in the Midwest and I'm on South Central. What the hell is going on with Ubisoft? Guys, I don't understand. I'm pretty created it on Central as well. I don't know why it changed.
Attackers need to locate
I am
as many bombs as they can.
I am bemused, to say the least. Thank you to the two people for watching, but to close out the ban phase, there was Maverick and Kaid as the middling two bans. Pretty unsurprising. Maverick is very popular and very strong in this map. And then the Kaid obviously is very helpful for covering basement sites, since there are those 3 hatches there. You know, obviously the blue hatch, the kitchen hatch, as well as that bar hatch. So it makes sense that they'd want to have
10 seconds left.
those areas covered, really, or they want to remove that if they were on the attacking side. Makes it a bit easier for them to push basement. We'll have to see how they do with that sort of advantage. The obvious other change to that is that it makes it harder to really protect a wall as much. I mean, you're now down to just, you know, bringing Bandit and Mute, and even then, Mute's taken a pretty bad hit when it comes to wall denial recently. And obviously, both of them can only really floor or the area right next to that wall panel or on that wall panel, so it makes it a lot easier for the attack to find those things. As you can see, getting ready to remove some utility over there, I would assume. Frag grenade will go out, just try and burn some utility. Does end up getting rid of some light things, and I have no clue what that... There's a bandit battery on a shield, there's an ADS behind the shield, I don't know what's going on here. Frag grenade will actually lower 60 as he's trying to get that wall opened, or at least get some denial on that ridden. They did, however, take down the bandit batteries on that, and now, obviously, the bandit of Dawn, I guess that's what I'm going to have to say, will be trying to actually take that down, and that's very unfortunate, considering that, yeah, now Ballistic has to use the second one on this wall, simply because, out of dumb luck, oh no, does actually bandit tricking it, Butter takes down Q-Hack a person. Removing the Nomad, I don't know if Nomad even got any utility down. If so, that's a lot of active utility taken off the board by Sapphire Squad here. Not only all of Thermite's utility, but also at least one air jab, probably 2 or more, taken down by the death or the loss, really, of Q-Hack a person. Not to mention the fact that the case is cold now. Obviously, Ballistic's in a position here where he could potentially recover it, as Fugly also will join him and try and rotate around. Reborns takes down Butter, some seeming unawareness that, okay, Will just took down Ballistic. I didn't think I would be seeing a TK this early, but apparently I will. And it is correct, Q-Hack person to get 1 ADS down. I'm pretty sure 60 just lowered Reborn as well. I would say there was some poor coordination there from Butter, at least poor positioning, and now they do have the diffuser, but they are lower on time, they don't have as much utility, and they don't have, obviously, as many numbers as before. Now they're on a 4v5 here. Obviously, as you can see, the remainder of the push going to be going on to this cash side, just going to be trying to stop that execution. Will be Sapphire Squad. 60 does get a frag, however, Zerlis going to get one as well. Duh takes down a Nitro kill on Reborn. 60 will take 2 on his Zerlis and Bo. Up to just Duh here, needs to hide, and he will get the frag anyways. Aggression there from Sapphire Squad earns them the round. Strong opening round there, coincidentally, for the defending team of, of Sapphire Squad, and I don't know what they're doing here. It looks like a setup for a very heavy roam SSG style hold, but usually it's a smoke, and instead of a smoke there's a lesion. I mean, it could work. I am still on South Central. I have no clue why. Nice. Got pinged for somebody deciding to try and sell an account, which is great.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
We'll have to see how they do. But that last round, to go over it for both sides, last round was coincidentally quite good for Duh and the rest of Sapphire Squad, in that even though they weren't really trying to, they obviously made some fumbles there. I mean, putting a bandit battery on a shield, ADSing like right on top of the shield, not even like it's gonna cover it. You know, seemingly bandit tricking, but not really. It just felt very random. Considering how the bandit there, which I believe was Duh, just rotated completely away from the wall. And I don't know what's going on here. I'm just confused. It's got me confused, to be honest. I don't know why there's a castle. Why is there a castle? It's not doing anything. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. I don't get what's going on here. It seems like something should be going on for the smoke, but he's not. His hatch isn't reinforced. Like that, they popped him. What? Bo does take down ballistic, so that's a very good opening for them, in that they took down the only hard breach besides 60 of UnSound mines. It's up to just 60 with the hard breach charge to get that hatch open, or to get a crouch hole in a wall open. What I don't understand is why they popped a moto hatch. I mean, like, I guess you're trying to play mind games with them, but I don't understand why you give that to a team for free, unless you're doing something very roam heavy. But still, it's just confusing. I am confused. Now, halfway through the round here, man advantage in favor of Sapphire Squad once again. The hard breacher, once more, one of the first taken out, considering that it's now ballistic going 0-2. Will fall at the hands of Will, actually frag trash. Reverse that, which would be incorrect, and so now it's a 4v4 situation here. I don't believe that there was a trade on to ballistic, but would have been better if it was, technically. Still, 55 seconds left in the round here for something to happen for the defending team. 3v4, 60 takes down Zerlease, and now blue control has been lost. 3v3, Reborn will TK 60. Okay, Butter will take down Reborn in spite of that, so now man advantage is again in the hands of Sapphire Squad. Kiyaka person going to try and push forward, maybe. G36C in hand, it has that 1.5, which is exclusive to that weapon. That plus the nerfs to the recoil of the R4C has seemingly pushed the prevalence of that weapon over the R4C, the more traditional one. Butterball going to try to deny a plant here. Kiyaka person as well, looking for that defuse. Hunter trying to provide some sort of support here through a crossfire. Kiyaka person going to be looking for the same plan. Butterball going to slide in, try and take him out. Does not notice him though. Pre-fires, misses completely. Kiyaka person will stick that plant there. An odd choice of Claymore. Okay. Now Will here going to be trying to actually get a frag kill. 2v1. Hunter will take him down. And now man advantage again here for Sapphire Squad, as Kiyaka person needs to clutch up. And obviously in the post plan, Hunter gets the 3k and the round for his team. But are going to be going for the defuse, I would presume. And now 2-0 here for Sapphire Squad.
Bomb diffuser Defender mission successful.
Another better round for, I'm gonna pause. A better round there for UnSound Minds, but still not great, considering that they lost their Thermite very early on to a Nitro kill out of nowhere. And obviously not as strong of a setup, I'd say, on basement site there for the defending team of Sapphire Squad, considering that they had a castle for no reason and they didn't get any hatches. Well, they got kitchen hatch, but they literally opened moto hatch, so made it very easy for the attackers to get that area under their control. And they also did not reinforce blue hatch, which made all their efforts in blue pretty much useless, considering that it could all be undone or at least put in serious check from that hatch. So I'd say just a misplay from them, but hopefully it doesn't affect them too badly. And even then, they managed to recover. So we'll have to see if a recovery is in store actually for the attacking team here, who has twice now lost a hard breacher, or at least a hard breacher's utility, early on in the round without even really getting a wall open, which has forced them to sort of change around the way that they attack. And not in great ways. I mean, obviously they have yet to, I don't believe they've been at a man advantage point at all this match so far. Obviously we're only 2 out of 15 potentially rounds in, but they have not spent a single moment at a man advantage. They've either been even numbers or down by 1 or 2. We are currently waiting, FYI everybody, we are waiting for Reborn to return. Will had to leave because he had HUD glitch. So, we are going to wait for Reborn as well. Okay, great. Yeah. Once it shows up, that's when I'm gonna... Okay. Now to 6-pick. But anyways, after that period of time, we are back in action. We are back to the matchup. Pardon the delay. And we should be starting soon. I still don't know why we're on South Central. I don't feel like it's going to change in the middle of a match, but I don't understand why it put me on South Central in the first place. Unless Central servers are down, which I really doubt. I feel like I would have received some sort of notification or sign from from Siege. But I am definitely closer to Central servers than I am to South Central, because like if Central servers are on the East Coast for some reason, then I'm definitely close to them. And if they are like to the west of me, if they're in, I don't know, Chicago or, screw it, Kansas, I am definitely closer to Central than I am to South Central. I didn't even change the
10 seconds to insertion.
Didn't even change the server. I don't even think that works, to be honest, so I am confused.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Anyways, a side sweep on the table here for Sapphire Squad as they now go to their tertiary site, of course, which is gym and bedroom. As you can see, just doing a very classic cache extension, pardon me. We'll have to see how that goes for them, as they do now open up Jacuzzi Wall, and as I said, Nerf got a pretty heavy mute recently. He got his area of effect of those jammers switched from spherical to, ovular, I think is the correct word, in the shape of a cylinder or an oval, to spherical, as Equestrian will die at the hands of Reborn, pardon me. Not looking so great here, and I don't know why there's a... I guess they tried to reinforce that, or they already had it reinforced. I don't understand why, considering that they probably could have put that somewhere else, but whatever. Now, obviously, the focal point of the attack of UnSound Mind's push here lies on this Jacuzzi side, on this Jacuzzi wall, where, as you can see, they're going to be trying now to take bathroom wall as well, as Ballistic will seemingly get it. There was no denial on it, so now they've lost that as well. Hunter will take down Reborn. I don't know how Sapphire Squad hasn't realized it, but they're pretty much going to have to deal with UnSound Minds on their doorstep, as Ballistic almost takes the head off of the mute there of Hunter. 3v4, Kyoka person takes down Duh. Now a man advantage actually in favor here of the attacking team, surprisingly enough. And now, as you can tell, finally cache extension has fallen there. I don't know what Hunter's doing here. I don't know why he hasn't realized that there are two people in there trying to engage with the M590, and will be taken down through a somewhat sideline 2v4 here. Zerlis will fall now. It's up to just Butterball on this retake here. They don't really realize it, but as Kyoka person is looking for the plant here, will lose his life there at the hands of 60, and finally one round on the board here for UnSound Minds. Now, on to the fourth round here, as we've reached past the halfway point of this first half, past the, I suppose, first quarter point. As a result, or because of that, we can take a quick look at the score and see how this is going. It's seeming to be
Attackers need to locate and defuse
like
as many bombs as they can.
it's going to be a 4-2 split in favor of the defending team, and that's pretty much meta for this map. There's a 4-2 split or a 3-3 split that favors the defending team, or it's even.
Seconds left. 5 seconds to insertion. Ready. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Ready to go. Battery going high. Battery active. ATS active and effective. Shield is up! Device placed. Camera initiated.
Anyways, back to CC and Cashier, back to the primary site, and theoretically the strongest site of Sapphire Squad, and you could argue that it certainly was their strongest site, considering that they opened up with this, with a win, with a pretty resounding one as well, even though they had some unfortunate moments, to say the least. They managed to make it work, they managed to recover, which is what they needed to do, and which is what they did. I'm Sorry that this is not all that action-filled, but it is what is happening. As both, especially the defending team, or the attacking team, pardon me, will soon be defending team of UnSound Minds is moving at a rather slow pace. Nothing against them. I am not really a big fan of rushes. They are fun to watch, but they're not effective. And I would rather prefer to watch a team play very slowly than to watch a team play quickly all the time, to be honest. And now, as you can see, Dokkaebi call going to go down as flat wall will be breached there by UnSound Minds. Now, Duh here in the seeming hot seat as he is going to be playing pretty much at the bomb chassis. I don't know how well this is going to go for him, as 60 will take down Butterball there. Seemingly roam hunting on his own will succeed here for his team, which is what they needed really at this point. Ballistic holding an angle here on that sightline and rafters. We'll have to see if he can find anybody. Does end up finding Duh for a bit of damage there. Going to be looking to get some more, but will so far be unsuccessful. Actually seeing just a hint of his head there. Did not really notice, though. As you can see, we'll try and push forward here. Paying attention, close attention to that Raptors sightline that could make pushing CC very difficult for his team. 50 seconds left now as that sledge there will push in, be taken down by Surly's Reborn. However, will take down Hunter. Kyoka Person will trade his teammate out, and now it's up to just Equestrian and Duh here. Equestrian playing close range with the M5. We'll get one there onto Kyoka Person, up to just her and Ballistic and the rest of his team after Duh did fall there. 1v2 TK from Reborn onto 60 and Ballistic with a double kill in the round for his team. And seeming collapse there for Sapphire squad. They did not look good, to say the least. Pental's been around in the first half here for both sides, where they will finally get to go to potentially a more comfortable side for the currently attacking team of UnSound Minds, and it's certainly a test awaiting the newer team, the, I'd say, less experienced and less well-meshed defending team at the moment of Sapphire squad. They are going back to basement again. They have a similar lineup as last time.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
And now, once again, going down to basement here. Don't know why, but it's a similar hold. At least this time they reinforced all three hatches. They have the same idea here over on that blue side, but I don't know why they have a... Why are they bringing castle? Why are they reinforcing that? They left church main wall soft, so now if that gets open, nobody can anchor there. There's no site rotate, but there's a shield. There's just a random ADS sitting here. I don't know what's going on here. 4v5 Ballistic takes down Butter right on the head, and that's not the best way for this round to open here for the defending team.
A bomb has been located.
3v5, 60 takes down Equestrian. 2v5 now, Will take down Zerlise up to just done. Hunter, this is looking worse and worse by the moment.
Loading mag.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Hunter 1v5 as Reborn does take him out, and a seemingly wipeout round there, flawless for the attacking team, and now they're back on track, and it seems as though a bit of a state of limbo here actually for the defending team of Sapphire Squad.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Raising our defense. Loading the magazine. Activate. Stop worrying about grenades.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds to go. Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
Device set. Initiate jammer. Device position. ADS deployed. Good to go. Activate jammer. Deploying drone.
Final round of the first half here, once more. CC and cash defense for Sapphire Squad. Same strat here. It seems that there's been very little adaptation, and they actually have decided to put all three ADSs on the same drone hole. Okay. It seems a bit risky. Does end up taking a bit away from that Raptor side, but we'll have to see how that goes for them. And obviously, the Twitch drone there attempted to be used by Reborn is unable to get anything done, and they're not going to be able to send enough utility through that. I don't think that they have. I mean, they could technically force a frag grenade through, but that would take all of Ballistic and 60's utility, and even then, there's no guarantee. So I think at this point they're going to have to rotate around or do something other than that, which is obviously going to waste a good amount of time.
Activating replicator.
Attackers have located a bomb.
As you can see, Khan's wall will be reinforced there. Or will be open, rather, that reinforcement is. As it seems to be the next plan, the next best thing here for the attacking team. We will be trying to push in here. Obviously, you can see it does end up getting smoked out. Also alerts their presence through that prox alarm right by the doorway. And now it's up to just the defending team at this point to simply waste some time and pretty much just try and run this out as Reborn takes down will end up just proving to be a pain there at Twitch, even though he didn't really able to get the objective 4v4. Butter takes down Ballistic, trades his teammate out, and Kuyaka Person will actually trade out Zerlise. That's a frag onto him, headshot, as well as removing at least 2 canisters, probably 1 to 2. As Reborn gets the double kill now on Equestrian. Butter will fall. Hunter looking for a 1v4 win here. Will take down Will, looks for a second one, gets it on a Kuyaka Person now. It's hit from behind. courtesy of 60 here pushing forward, and they don't have the diffuser. They have 25 seconds to pretty much just pinch a reborn. It's all going to come down to the coordination, or the lack of coordination, of UnSound Minds. Oh, almost a potato there from him. They do have the ability to get the diffuser, as reborn will fall there. 3K from Bo, looking for the fourth potentially on his 60. He might be looking to plant now. He does not have a whole lot of time left. Needs to make a decision soon. Will seemingly get into that position. All Bo has to do is just simply pressure him a teeny bit, and he will. And will get the knife, denies the plant. That'll be the round for Sapphire Squad, who ties this half 3-3. I have been requested to pause it. So I'm going to pause it for a minute. Okay. Checking the scoreboard at half. 3-3 split. So neither team at the advantage or disadvantage, but a seeming momentum advantage in favor of the defending team, of course, because they're going to be on defense here. Gonna be checking the scoreboard very quickly. I meant to do that, but did not. 8-3-2. 1-2.
Defenders,
10, so congrats to 60. 4-6, 4-2. And as I just said, congratulations once more to 60 for being the first player in the lobby to double digits. I say that with anybody that hits double digits. I congratulate them, because that's quite a bit of an achievement, considering that they did that, especially within 6 rounds. So currently for him, he's averaging, what? That's over 1.5 kills per round.
Seconds to insertion. 5 seconds to insertion. Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Now, CC and Cash first sight here once more, except for a different team this time, so ideally, or hopefully, a bit of a different approach to this objective. Seemingly just another very, I would say plain, but also effective hold, just very generalist, I'd say. Only covering some walls, not covering other walls. They have an okay distribution on a very random note. I'm literally just watching at this point. We'll have to see here. As you can see, beginnings of a push for Equestrian and the rest of Sapphire Squad, but I don't really know what's going on with them. I mean, they're kind of droning, they're kind of not. They're starting to get. They are seemingly prepared to actually make use of that Capitao flame, considering that they had also gotten that sightline there, which you can use to flame main wall if there's a trigger on it. But I don't believe Will was on that, as they do finally get a bit of that wall. Obviously, they used 2 Selmas and only got 1 of those, one tick from them, so inefficient to say the least. So you can see how Rebo going to be trying to make some sort of impact on the round. So he'll be just trying to play that construction side. Ballistic proving to be a bit of a challenge from a bit of trouble, you could say. Now, we'll be trying to just hold his own here. He's trying to just waste some time, which is what he's doing. Zerlis will obviously take a bit of damage as he does end up headshotting Pyaka Person. Obviously, Bo still proving to, still showing some issues in dealing with the Wamai over there, but the Wamai is actually rotated out. Instead, Reborn gonna get a flank down, takes down Equestrian, removing that Flores. Most likely removed at least one Ratero charge. So that's quite a bit of soft destruction as well as just in general gadget destruction and gadget denial. Off the board, Butter takes down 60. Taking out the top frag of Unsound Minds. The next person behind him, the second frag, would be Reborn currently with 7. Double kill from Reborn. He takes down Bo, bringing his number up to 8 now. As release Butter does, you can see, just trying their best at this point. Trying to get a push down. They're low on time, though. They're in even numbers, so it's not terrible. They do not notice, or rather, Zerlis doesn't. Will, just sitting on the stairs, 2v2. However, his dud takes down Reborn. Does trade one of his teammates out 2v1 as Butter will take down Ballistic. Gets a 3k on the round, as he will also take out the red player there of Will. And gets the round for his team. 4-3 now for Sapphire Squad. Eighth round, we are part of the way through the second half. I don't want to foreshadow too much, but I do not see much change between these two teams, as they have not really had an opportunity to break away. You could say technically that there is an opportunity for, obviously for Sapphire Squad, and then immediately after for Unsound Minds off of their 2 and 3 round runs, and there's an opportunity to continue this run here for Sapphire Squad if they do win this next round, if they do succeed once more in attacking a Unsound Mind defended objective, which will be CC and Cash again. A bit different approach now. They don't believe that they're bringing a mute this time around. They're bringing an Aruni instead. A bit of a change. Aruni, I would say, is a certainly different operator, certainly different goals and different utility, less utility, different secondary gadgets, different weapons, of course, but the other thing is the use. Obviously, you could put a mute jammer on pretty much anything but a hatch. You can put Arunis on hatches. Aruni also has this prosthetic. That's what you saw Pyaka Person doing, is setting up a sightline there, using that prosthetic arm. But also, Aruni's Surya Gates, they are indestructible, which, frankly, I think is ridiculous. There has to be some sort of weakness for them.
Attackers must locate.
But in comparison, mutes are simply, you shoot them and they're gone. Now, as you can tell, Zerni Surya Gates are unique. Obviously, I mentioned that they can be put on anything. I'd say more so than mute jammers, and they're indestructible. The other thing is that they're sort of a hybrid between a bunch of operators. Mute is himself. Aruni is a mix, I'd say, between Castle, maybe a bit of Capcan and Jaeger, and maybe a teeny bit of Mute. So it's just interesting to see, in a sense, a pure substance versus a compound or a mixture, if you wanted to use some scientific terms here. And speaking of scientific, it seems as though a less than scientific approach being used here by the attacking team of Sapphire Squad. They're just going at it. They don't seem all that connected. I mean, you have Bo over here trying to play con side. The Habana there, Butterball setting up an angle, or at least will end up actually getting a frag kill onto Will. I have no clue how, but well done from him. Might have actually been vertically. I might be wrong in that double kill from him. As he has now taken red. Oh no. Does end up hearing, or at least suspecting somebody's there. and will end up being burnt by the ADS right behind him. Ballistic pushes in, doesn't even notice him though, and it will actually get the kill, surprisingly enough. I don't know how that even happened for his release. First of all, how did he manage to get red control? That should have been the end of the round, really. It's like, well, how did Ballistic not die and instead actually get the kill there? Kyoka Person does take some damage there as he's trying to play below, playing that lounge side. 3v3 double kill here from Ballistic, this time onto that Capitao of Bo. Was trying to get some flame down, but unfortunately did end up getting pulled by one of those magnets set up by Ballistic. 3k now from Ballistic as the man himself takes down Equestrian here. Looking for a fourth potentially. He is pretty much just single-handedly defending this objective here. And now is just doing his best to deny this Raptor push here. 1v3 as Butter, pardon me, takes down Kyoka Person up to just this point, and he will be taken down there by Ballistic. 4k from the Wamai of UnSound Minds, and it will now be 4-4. The two teams have tied up once more. Now, that was a mess of a round for the attacking team of UnSound Minds, pardon me, Sapphire Squad. I just have no clue what the heck they were doing there. I mean, they just seemed so separated. They didn't win any gunfights. They had red control for, I'd say, 15 to 20 seconds, and in spite of that, they still ended up not only losing red control, which is, I'd say, a matter of communication and coordination with the team, but also just, in general, losing their access to the objective. Even get a wall, even though they most likely could have, considering that it's just bandits. All have to do is just send a frag grenade, throw some vertical up, use a Flores. But they didn't, so I don't know why they decided against it, and that's what really did them in.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers. Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb. Ten seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds to go. Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Anyways, on to the next round, on to a Arsenal and Church defense. I almost said Susie and Cash, but alas, they won that objective last round, bringing them back to a tie game here. And at this point, it really is anybody's ball game. This is the beginning of some very important rounds. Obviously not as important as the potential following few rounds, but still need to win these rounds if you are either team, really. Oddly enough, 60 is roaming above. He has an angle here, seemingly onto that door, but nothing onto the actual hatch, so nobody really there to deal with that. They don't have impact holes, they don't have somebody to impact trick it. If they did, it would be 60, but he's way off site. In Kyoka Person, he had the option of impacts, but he used both of them, even though they probably should have brought a shotgun, or an operator that can bring a shotgun. And now, as you can tell, the Twitch drone there of Butterball doesn't taking the two ADSs out and makes that side of the objective, that area, a lot harder for the Jaeger there of Reborn to take, or to at least deal with, to hold for an extended period of time, considering that there's no stopping a frag grenade from going in there. And he only has one way out. He has two, pardon me. I didn't realize that there was another rotation hole in there, as Dud does take down 60. Gets the first frag for his team, with Butterball take down Kyaka Person as well. And now Question will fall, however, at the hands of Reborn. And 4v3 situation, and advantage is now in favor of the attacking team Sapphire squad. However, in spite of that, if you look, there's the case is cold, as one of my fellow casters likes to say, as other people might say. The diffuser's down. It's a very direct way of saying it, and that the diffuser's sitting right at that doorway in plain sight of UnSound mines, and they don't have access to it anymore because of that fact. So they need to be very cautious about how they push this. And now Butter trying to drone that out, most likely trying to see if and how he can access that diffuser, but pretty clearly Reborn watching it rather doggedly, with quite a bit of determination, in other words. As you can see, Daw as well as Bo, and I believe Zerlise as well, were playing hatches. 3v3, Ballistic takes down Butter. I think it was an eventuality, and now double kill from him as he'll take down Daw off that hatch drop. Just a risky play from him. Will not pay off. Reborn down here, but not out just yet. Zerlise takes down one, looks for a second one, he'll get it. 1v1 traded up by Will, up to just him and Bo here. Trying to pre-fire Bo there, but does not have the diffuser, is unable to get the kill, and that'll be the round 4. UnSound Mines 5-4 now. Actually, at a round lead here, once more. And we are once again waiting for the round to start. We finally reached double digits of rounds. I think it was an eventuality. And unsurprisingly, it is going to be interesting, to say the least, to see how that affects these two teams. Obviously, it is a best of 2, so you do have to consider technically endurance, considering that it's more than just 7 rounds or 15 rounds. It's anywhere between 14 and 30, so you do have to keep in mind that you have to not only stay loose, stay aware, stay focused, but also just stay positive in general. We'll have to see how this next round goes. It's a CC, not CC, opposite side of CC, gym and bedroom hold here for Kyaka Person and the rest of UnSound Mines. A castle extension, seemingly the play on this objective, unsurprisingly, that or a Mira hold, but then again, if you bring a Mira hold and Mira's banned, it's done. It's a waste.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds remaining. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Jammer activate. Fizzing message. Perimeter defense. Activate jammer.
Now, just finishing up the setup, I suppose. That's the only thing that you have to really note. The other thing that I like to note here is that not a whole lot of drones are being used here by the attacking team. I mean, they have 8 drones, technically 9. If you really wanted to be a sticker, you could count 15, because you have 2 Twitch drones and 4, or is it just 1 Twitch drone? I'm not even sure anymore. I think it's just 1. Which would make it 14 because of the 4 RCU Rateros. So, I just find it odd they are not using very many of their drones. They still have, I mean, they still have 4 in reserve. You can use them at least for flank watch.
Attackers have located a
Sapphire
bomb.
squad. They seemingly were trying to get that wall open, but alas, and some poor timing there for Bo as he throws a Selma right at the wall and it gets immediately zapped. I have a question here for Sapphire squad, and this is obviously rhetorical. Why not try and throw a frag grenade through that drone hole? There's only one thing that's covering it, and that's a single... It's a single of my disc. Like, if they simply throw a frag grenade in there, it's fine. I don't get it. Okay, great. That actually took out a bandit, wow. So at least takes down Reborn, gets the 3K now, he took down Ballistic as well as 60 there. That's just Will, and seemingly while UnSound Minds was so focused on that Jacuzzi Wall quad kill from Zerle's least looking for a potential ace here, but alas, Q-Hacker person, the last one left, is way offside here. Gonna have to go cross-country pretty much to try and clutch this up, and obviously is in a 5v1 situation, does end up taking out a drone that was muted as Bo looks for a plant now. Zerle spots him and gets the ace for his team as well as a flawless round under the belt of the Sapphire squad up now. Actually tied 5-5. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are at a very important point. A very important round here. 5-5 tie means, of course, that if whichever team wins this next round, they will end up getting their first shot at match point, as well as a guaranteed opportunity at overtime. Whichever team loses this next round has to win that final round of regulation, as I would refer to it. It's just not looking so good here for either team. It's an even playing field at this moment. I don't want to say that either team really has an advantage over the other. It's just that there's 2 teams and they're fighting it out, and it's a very close game. Considering that they've pretty much just been trading runs, 2 to 3 round runs. So if that pattern continues, this should be a round for the attacking team here. I don't want to guarantee it, but if past rounds are any indication, it should go that way.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Fortified wall! Let's get ready to go. Place device! Device placed!
Seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds remaining.
Calibrating air compression. All set. Position device.
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Get the projectiles. Stay clear of ATS line of fire. Bolsters are defensive. Laser gate in position. Enjoy the view.
Now, for this penultimate round of regulation time, it is a ceasing cash defense. Unsurprisingly. Surprisingly, however, is this setup. They have a Mira, which isn't terribly surprising, but they have a Mira on a reinforced wall with no soft wall next to it, facing cons. And then I don't know where their second Mira is, but they've certainly put it down somewhere. They put it on a soft wall right next to the sightline. I don't get that. You're literally just making that sightline bigger, assuming that flat wall gets open, which is probably going to happen considering that there's only bandit batteries on it. So I'm confused. This confuses me. get what's going on here.
I'm reloading.
I am officially confused. Same push from Sapphire Squad. A slightly different defense here from UnSound Minds, which is odd. You would think that Sapphire Squad would be improvising more, and UnSound Minds would be, I'd say, a bit more static. But I guess it's the opposite now. As you can see, Smoke's going to go out there as Equestrian will to push forward here. Is looking to potentially push into the objective. Does have the diffuser in hand. As Zerlis does fall there. I don't know what's exactly planned for the defending team here. I don't think that it's been realized, but Will is probably the most important player for UnSound Minds to keep alive. Takes down Kyaka Person. Reborn will fall at the hands of Bo, but Equestrian will actually die thanks to Will just turning that corner, swinging it with 100% confidence, and that's what earns them their next opportunity here. And that's what keeps the opportunity for a plant away from the defending team, from the attacking team, pardon me. I don't know why the defending team would plan. At this point, I'm just shouting contradictions at you all. I am very sorry. Doug gonna push forward here. Almost spot 60, and will take his head off there. Well done from him. 3v2 man advantage in favor of, obviously, Sapphire Squad. However, failure of just similar awareness there from Dell will cost him his life to Will. He's been playing the same spot this entire round. Low time, 1v2, Ballistic will take down Bo, and that will almost guarantee the BB around. 1v2, Butter will slide into default, look for a plant, but no way that he's going to be able to stop it, that he's going to be able to complete it without being pressured off of it or killed. So that'll be round 4, surprisingly enough. UnSound Minds, and that's the first time where they've been able to stop the defending team, or the now attacking team, formerly defending team of Sapphire Squad from getting anything more than one round at a time. And if you look at the round history, as you can see here in this middle line, it's been runs of 2, and then that one round, and nothing since really for Sapphire Squad. Meanwhile, UnSound Minds has been just doing 3-2-1, so they've at least been able to stop the momentum, really, to halt any further gains for Sapphire Squad. Sapphire Squad obviously in a pretty precarious position here. Obviously not exactly the best position, but not the worst. And we are still waiting for the round to start. Pardon this.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs. Seconds to go.
And I don't know what's going on here for Sapphire Squad, to be honest. They've looked shaky. They would need a 3-3 half in order to tie this up, which doesn't seem impossible. Also, congratulations to Zerlis for getting 11 kills now, and Ballistic as well for reaching double digits. I just don't know what's going on for them. They, but as I mentioned, they just look like a mess. I mean, they have for Pete's sake, they have Zerlis here as a Finka, which is not a very sensible pick. I mean, she provides heals, but sporadically, I'd say. Only 3 times. I think 20 health. each time, and obviously it distorts players' vision as well as their hearing, and it just also makes them more vulnerable to a pulse as well as a smoke. There is a pulse obviously in play here, courtesy of Ballistic, who ends up headshotting Bo there, takes down the Kappa Tower, removing those fire bolts, removing also those smokes, so pretty big kill there. Kappa Tower always has had a lot of utility on him. It's just that no team has ever really wanted to play him, so as a result, they haven't really, or he hasn't really seen a whole lot of play from any team, but he's balanced. It's the main thing that keeps him balanced is the fact that nobody wants to play him because he's so difficult. Because it's about understanding the uses and when to use both smokes as well as the firebolts. Because they can be used in a multitude of ways, but it's just about knowing those ways and when those ways occur. 60 will take down Equestrian, will be traded up by Duh, however Reborn will take down Zerlis, and now it's up to just Butter and Duh here. Outnumbered pretty badly with 45 seconds left on the clock with this first map on the line. 2v3, Butter will take down Will. Recovery in place, or underway rather, for the defending team. As you can see, Ballistic can be playing that little sightline there, trying to deny Moto access as Reborn is down but not out. Butter is on the objective. I don't know if they realized it, but Dale will hatch drop and actually get another frag. A 1v2 pretty much. The Kiosk person needs to stop a flank. Does not, however, notice Butter right in the corner. 1v1. Dale will trade with Reborn for Kiyaka person. I don't know why he decided to go after the down person instead of the actual human, and it'll be overtime time as Butter will clutch up. Gets the round for his team, 6-6 now. So we have 3 more rounds in stow for this matchup. And once more, I will show the scoreboard. 10, 11, 9, 9, 1, 7, 12, 11, 10, 6.
Defenders, protect your
Well
bomb
done,
from being defused by
Reborn.
attackers.
You have reached double digits. Between these 3 players, that's 33 kills. Between these
Attackers
two,
have
it's
discovered the location
21.
of a bomb.
It's about the same as... I'm trying to find an equivalent here. Pretty much these 4 players here, Will, Reborn, 60, Ballistic, they add up to 33, 39, and these 4 players add up 21, pardon me, 30,
10
39.
seconds left.
So just an interesting comparison between the two, in that both these teams are about the same in terms of frags. The only difference is that one team has 7 on that last player and the other one has 1.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
But
Attackers
still,
recovered the bomb diffuser.
they're managing to do surprisingly well here. Both teams are holding their own. It's not as though this is a mismatch. But again, attacking half first here for Sapphire squad. They will get an opportunity to defend after this, but only one, considering that it switches every round, and it only switches twice in the entire part of it. Interestingly enough, we'll have to see if Bo here has the fuse. He was holding a very long angle for a one-time scope. Just wanted to comment that. And it'll be interesting to see if he decides to try and fuse a wall. Fuse recently got a pretty big buff. He is now able to, with some caveats, is now able to fuse any reinforced wall or hatch. It takes him longer. It creates an audio as well as a visual cue. And it can be shot. Once it pierces, you can shoot the tube and therefore stop some of the pucks from coming out, but still. And I think that's what we're going to be seeing, folks. As you can see, as you can hear, you just put it down, and now this is what it looks like when you fuse a reinforced wall. That was fun to watch, to say the least. I don't know why I'm telling you all that, but it is the truth. Just the truth, and nothing but the truth. And that mirror window there, where Ballistic was anchoring, seemingly compromised, considering that the area, the area where his legs would be right next to it, were just taken out. Bad spot. Bad spot for a mirror window. Could have simply put it in red on that middle wall, considering that they have 5 reinforcements remaining. 5. They could put those 5 extra reinforcements anywhere, but they have them in their pockets. That is a blunder if I've ever seen one. Like, as long as you're not reinforcing a rotate or reinforcing between objectives, you can pretty much reinforce anywhere and it helps your team. I don't get it. 4v5. Black person takes down Equestrian with a nice headshot. 4v4 Harbor's release will trade out Reborn. Now even number situation between these two teams, and that mirror window there on the catch to construction wall was shattered and now is opened. A bit of a, I'd say, dangerous game being played here by UnSound Minds in opening. That means that now there's obviously another angle that they have to worry about. 3v3 double takedown. Will, in exchange though, 60 will trade his teammate out for Zerlis. He's just going to be playing over on that. He's just playing over there. And now Dove falls to Ballistic on the mirror window. 2v3 here. Bo will fall at the ends of Ballistic as well. Double kill from the mirror. But on the last one left in 1v3. Gunned down by Kyaka person. That'll be the half. That'll be the round, pardon me. As well as overtime match point here for UnSound Minds. 7-6 for them. Right now, and we've reached definitely the penultimate or ultimate round here between these two teams. As there's only 2 possible rounds left. I do not have infinite overtime on. Thank God. I do not want to ever have to cast an infinite overtime game. But if that opportunity is presented to me, I will probably... I would probably take that, to be honest.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Now, CC and Casual here for the defending team of Sapphire Squad. They've obviously switched sides here. We'll have to see how they do. Just doing the same setup, it appears. We'll have to see how UnSound Minds decides to respond. If this is done correctly by the Sapphire Squad, they could actually have a tolerable defending round here, assuming that this is how they manage to do it and if they can adapt, because almost guaranteeably we'll be seeing some sort of rotation call from the attacking team, considering that it's the same push here, which discourages, generally speaking, anybody playing or anybody pushing that CC side. And it's the same. The mute jammer there isn't doing anything. Either put it on the drone hole or put it on the stairwell. There's an ADS not covering anything. You could either put it on the stairs or over here as well. I don't get it. There's an extra reinforcement as well. No, there's not. There was. But now it's just on that wall. A very wide wall. It used to be two very thin reinforcements, pardon me, but now it's just one wide reinforcement. So thank God for them being willing to change that, to be honest. I think that's
Bomb located by attackers.
that's good on Siege for actually making that change. A nice quality of life improvement. The other quality of life improvement to mention on Club is the change to bar and stock. As you can see now, it's bar and stage as an objective, and there's also a rotate here, a doorway. So I don't know if any teams are going to start playing bar stage. I don't feel like they are, but it's a possibility.
A bomb has been located.
And as you can see, Reborn is down, but not out just yet. Is a confirmed attempt there from Duh, but unable to actually get it down. What is this bulletproof? They knifed the TV. They could have put it up there, but they didn't, and now Reborn back at 20 health. Thanks to a revive from Person. The question will fall into 60 here. Don't know where 60 is and what exactly he's doing, but it seems that he's taken out the roamer there of Equestrian. And Butterball takes down Will, trades his teammate out. Bo will pick off Ballistic up to just 60. Reborn and Person in a man disadvantaged situation. And oddly enough, the Wamai here does not have a sightline. If he does, it's a melee hole. He does have a melee hole. It seems very random. Okay. If there's somebody down there, that would be gone. But luckily for him, there's not. I don't think that he knows, but it's a very lucky break. And as you can see, 30 seconds left, and it seems like we're going to be going to sudden death. Unless something magically changes here. 3v3, everyone will magically make Duh die with a nice headshot. But still, they are not on the objective, and the case is cold. That diffuser that they need to get down if they want to get a plan. 15 seconds left, 2v360 will get a double kill there at his release. They need 2 frags now. It's too late for them to get the diffuser. At this point, Butterball might want to just run away, but will take down one. Does not confirm him. 2v260 will TK onto Reborn. Got Person down but not out, and 60 trying to get some work done, but alas, not enough time, and that'll be the round there for Sapphire Squad. Going to overtime. Sudden death, pretty much. Match point on both sides. Now, final round here for both teams. Looking at the scoreboard, 11, 12, 10, 10, 1, 9, 4, 14, pardon me, 14, 11, 6. Shout out to Ballistic and 60 here. They're both averaging 1 kill per round, and they're both going positive. So, good job for them. Just impressive that they're at that position. In comparison, Will is averaging just about half that. Nothing against him, nothing wrong with him. It's just comparing simple numbers here, simple statistics. And speaking of statistics, we are at 7-7. There is no 9-9. It's just 7-8. One team will win, one team will lose based off of this next round, this one round here.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
We'll
from
have to
being
see
used by
which
attackers.
team wins, though. It's going to mainly come up to the ability of the attacking team, the Sapphire Squad, to stay organized and take advantage of the setup and the blunders of UnSound Minds. And on the other side, on UnSound Minds' end, it's going to be up to them to take advantage of any potential rifts or sort of, I'd say, misplays from the Sapphire Squad. If they start just doing something odd, if they start splitting up too much, or if they make some very weird
5 seconds left
blunder,
before
that's when they can, that's when the defending team
Attackers are
of,
moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
pardon me, of UnSound Minds can take advantage of that, and that's what they'll need to do if they want to win this again. Basement hold here, same relatively speaking operators. The only big difference is that they have a Valkyrie in play now. Personally, I advocate for Valkyrie, but I don't know any Valcam spots. It's true. Now, as you can see, just another blue hold here from UnSound Minds. Same thing as usual, nothing surprising about it.
Activating drone.
Bomb located by attackers.
Going live.
Now, just about half the round is elapsed, just under, I'd say. Not a whole lot of action going on, mainly just Sapphire Squad trying to take this kitchen hatch here, which is proving to be difficult considering that Ballistic is below. He no longer has his nitro. It's only showing his static, which is I guess that's a problem with Siege. Certainly not with me. But there's nobody there to impact trick that. There's nobody above watching it, so hatch will, unfortunately for UnSound Minds, be ceded to Sapphire Squad, and they will now get their first tidbit of control, but a bit late. They only have about a minute 15 left to get down to the basement and complete and execute on the objective, either through Moto, through Blue, or through Dirt, or through a combination of those and the hatches. Butterball takes on Reborns. First man advantage will go the way of the attacking team currently of Sapphire Squad. It's what they really need to get this round started. It's what they really need to keep this momentum following there. Hunter will take down, or use rather, all of his fuse charges. He always takes down Ballistic, seemingly just making cage side unplayable on that arsenal area, at least for a moment. As you can see now, Zerlis is pretty much taking control of Blue. They only have 30 seconds left though, so it's going to be mainly time versus a number advantage here. That's the main problem for this attacking team. 4v3 will take down Zerlis, looks for a second. Almost C4s himself. Sort of a scuffed C4 throw there from him. We'll hold the angle, spots Butterball, takes him down, 2v3 as Kyoka Person as well takes down Duh, up to just Equestrian, and Bo on the objective here, looking for a frag potentially, does not spot the Bandit, and yes he does actually, takes him down 2v2 now, as he will fall to the actual Bandit of Will. He had ended up taking down the Kyoka Person in that case, up to just Equestrian, no time, and 60 with the final kill of this matchup. 8-7. UnSound Minds with the win.